completely a different look and feel, I think that was very exciting because that clearly shows that this is how the sequel is moving forward. But what excited me the most in this was at the heart is a cat and mouse story which keeps you riveted. So when you add all these three actions, you have a sequel, you got a next level coming in because of this fantastic cast that you have, and the kind of slickness and scale that you're getting, and not just that, but a story which keeps you riveted, then I think that's good enough for me to make a film.
Your smile tells it all. It's all the conviction which is there and the kind of effort which everybody's put is incredible. Vipul, I have a question for you. Well, first one to first two must be quite a journey. I mean, what was the experience and how much have we grown from first one to first two? We saw it in the trailer, but the experience about it.
After the first one, me and John, we decided to make it into a sequel, but we wanted the best possible story. Unless you have a great story to make, there's no point making a sequel for the sake of making it. Eventually, after a long search, when we met Abhinay and my writer of the film, Parvez and Jasmeet, this story was discussed, evolved, everybody got involved into it. John, and then later on Sonakshi, they also participated a lot in the discussions. What was very important for us to take it to the next level. And we wanted a very able partner, which Viacom partnered us on this one. But in today's time, what is most relevant is the stories which deal with the men from the forces. In India, we have so many forces. We've got cops, which is ACP Yashwardhan, played by John. Then we've got RAW, we've got NIA, we've got CID, CBI, so many of them. And those stories today are the most relevant, most contemporary, and most connecting with the people. Coincidentally, we found a story which was Abhinay and Parvez and Jasmeet's combined effort to create, which deals with two forces of our complete apparatus, which is cops and RAW, and deals with a threat which is a national security threat. And I think that was the best part about the film. And the way we could then take it to Budapest, it gave it a very different look. Then we had a portion that was supposed to be shot in China. We couldn't shoot it in China for various reasons, and so we had to kind of treat it differently and get it done. But that's there for you to see. It looks fantastic. So that is how the entire thing happened. And the best part about it is that it is genuinely the next level.
Well, actually, it looks very exciting indeed. John, first Force One, it was more physical with Vidyut Janwal, the way it was more physical and more, individual based. Now here, it's a different ball game. You're actually taking on a geek who's all minds and yet physical. So how's the experience been? What was the idea behind it?
I think we wanted a film that was larger. The problems were larger. So the problems in Force 2 are larger. And we wanted a character that's far more evolved than the antagonist in Force 1. And I think for us, Tahir, checkmarked all the boxes for us, and we thought he was, I saw him in Mardani, and Abhinay and I kept discussing about Tahir, and finally, I think when we collectively, Abhinay and Vipul met him, and I met him too. I had the pleasure of meeting him, and then we got him on board. So I think the antagonist of this film is far more evolved. And I always say this, the strength is always here, not here. And Tahir's got that strength of character in this film. He's fantastic, and when you actually, when you see him, there's portions that I've seen in the film, and I'm speaking offhand, I shouldn't be saying this, Abhinay, but I got goosebumps with certain portions of his, and you really feel for this character, which is fantastic. And it's got so many shades and so many layers, so I think he adds so much value to this film, and the antagonist and the character in itself adds a lot of value in this film.
Fantastic. Sonakshi, so many stunts. Actually, going shoulder to shoulder with John must be difficult. How much of a challenge it was to get into so many stunts and actually do it?
Can you repeat the last part? of your question.
Okay, just coming to the stunts part, to the action sequences, you've done a whole lot of them. Was it difficult, or were you, did John actually guide you, or you like said, hey, come on, I'm going to do this?
It was actually a lot of fun for me, and it's something that I've actually been very athletic even when I was in school. I used to enjoy playing sports, and I feel doing this kind of stuff liberates me in certain ways. So I was really excited to do the stunts that were told to me in this film. I feel like it was just a carry forward from Akira, doing in the action space, and I feel this was the right film to portray a different type of action, more sleek, more stylized, very like amazing car chase sequences, high octane stunts and stuff. So it was really a fantastic experience, and I was matching John step by step, and he was very encouraging. And even though he made fun of me every now and then, but at the end of the day, he appreciated my work, which is what counts. And I guess everybody was happy, so that makes me happy.
Yeah, just